This was quite the debate on the House floor, and while you may think the whole thing is a little silly, emails I obtained under a public records request show this is actually a big priority for a lot of Utahns.
This is such a good bill.
Representative Joseph Eloson presented his time change bill.
The citizens of the state of Utah for years upon years upon years have been asking this body to stop our clocks from moving backward and forward twice per year.
Utah would join Arizona on standard time. Why? Because it takes an act of Congress to move to permanent daylight saving time.
We will go to savings time if the federal government makes that decision. What this bill does is it says until such time, we do have control over, as a body, to stop our clocks from moving backward and forward each year.
Representative Eloson says Utahns want the clocks to stop changing. He's not wrong. I filed a public records request with the House and Senate and got hundreds of pages of emails from constituents. Here's a sampling. Just pass a bill to stop daylight savings time. I don't care if we're on standard or daylight time. I just want to quit dealing with the antiquated practice of changing clocks. Now that the election is over, I assume that you'll have a little more free time. I ask that you sponsor and push legislation to put Utah on standard time year-round. Who can I speak to about the failure to get something passed that stops this ridiculous changing the clocks back and forth? People do have feelings about whether they want to be on daylight saving time or standard time. Hey, we don't want to go off of daylight savings anymore. Going to work and coming home in the dark is freaking bullcrap. And I understand the Utah legislature is considering going permanently on DST instead of standard time, as is Congress in D.C. This is absolutely insane.
It sometimes takes weeks to adjust either way.
The House had a vigorous debate.
A lot of my constituents have told me that, and it's very clear that I need to vote for it because they want it.
Those of you that are voting for this bill just because you think that's what your constituents are telling you maybe should gather a little courage and do the right thing and vote in opposition to this bill. So.
The overwhelming majority of all of the hundreds of responses to polls and contacts on email has been that people don't want the clocks to shift.
I think when the summer comes, and I think they'll be cursing the legislature.
The bill passed 52-23.
I know there's a lot of personal preferences as it pertains to this particular topic, but our job is to represent the voice of the people, and we have heard loud and clear year after year people want this bill to pass. So I'm glad that we did in the House, and now I hope the Senate will follow.
And the bill now heads to the Senate for consideration. On the Hill, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.